My 24M wife, 23F, told me my face was a turn off.
Last night my wife and I were getting intimate. Everything was going great, then all of a sudden she just was checked out, just laying there. So I asked her what was wrong, which she replied with nothing. I kept asking her until she finally reluctantly said, "I'm sorry, but I can't with light on because your face is really turning me off right now." So there we were laying in awkward silence for a minute, which was broken by my wife saying, "Can you turn the lights off so we could continue?" But at this time I was no longer in the mood. We've been together for 6 years now, married for 3, and I have put on some weight and my face had gotten more fuller, and I get where she's coming from because I no longer look like the man she fell in love with, but it still hurt. Is this post even real? 4 months ago you made post you were 25 and her 21. Thoughtful face.
My goodness, this is such a harsh way for someone you love to speak to you. This one of the harshest, most rude things I've heard. You don't have to understand why she said you have to pissed off as hell from when, where, how and why she said it. Raise hell. She wants lights off so she can imagine someone else.
Your wife is a bee. If you had said that to your wife, she'd be upset. Totally uncalled for. Maybe, open relationship was not the best course for this sinking ship of a marriage.
Can you turn the light off so we can continue? Bold. Very bold. Your wife is a shallow bee. TCH.
Questions that might help with actual advice here. Was your wife the one who initiated the open relationship? Has your wife said anything about weight gain being why she was put off by your face, or are you assuming that? Could it have been an expression you had or any other factor, or is it really clear it's a weight thing? You only mention sex-related issues in your post history: porn, open relationship, concern about your wife not being inclined to give you oral sex. What's your relationship like outside of those things? Are you happy? Is your wife happy? Have you been communicating with each other? Things outside of the bedroom absolutely affect things inside the bedroom.
If, for example, your wife has been pointing out your weight change outside of sex, then I can see why you'd think it's the cause of her being turned off during sex. However, if she's been instead expressing frustration with other things to do with you, chore distribution, finances, the open relationship, family stress, etc., it could be that she's being put off of having sex with you altogether and is trying it anyway. Perhaps from a sense of obligation. It might not be that your face is larger, but just that she doesn't feel like looking at you. Not that that's any better, of course, but it changes the dynamic of what the problem is considerably. Can't really give any advice here because the information is really lacking, as is pretty common on relationship advice subs. Communication with your SO seems to be pretty lacking. That's a starting point.
If this was my partner, I'd have the divorce papers ready by the morning. My God, what a terribly cruel thing to say to your partner in such a vulnerable moment. On top. Looks may change with age and your wife will feel this all too real in 710 years too, but a good character and a humble heart will always stay. A rotten character will never be balanced by good looks.
As soon as she said, "Can you turn the lights off so we can continue?" I would have gotten up and left. How much weight have you put on? If it's like 515, it's not the biggest deal in the world. If it's 100, then that's another kind of deal.
So obviously weight gain can be a factor in relationships. But to say it like that, during sex, is horrible. Sorry that happened. You may want to consider leaving her and then changing your lifestyle. Losing weight is tough but worth the effort.
How much weight are we talking?
You're around my age, and I am also married. I feel I can give some good input here. Your wife is a scumbag.
She prefers the other guy she is sleeping with. I am sorry, but it's beginning of the end.
I cannot imagine anything. Weight gain, scarring, visible disease, even losing his beard. Lol. That would make me say that to my husband. I'm sorry. She's awful. FF foo UCCCKKKK. That hurts, man. Like an ice pick right to the heart. I can't imagine having someone you love saying that to you. You need to have a serious talk with your wife. That's awful. And she had the audacity to tell you to turn the lights off so you both can continue after telling you your face is turning her off? I'm so sorry. Fuck her. Stay with her any longer and she'll have you thinking, I'm not in her league. BTW. Why she agreed to marriage.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.